Hi, and welcome back to Washington Live. I'm your host, Greta Clemens, and as you guys all know, these are recorded on Mondays, and today is the day of the eclipse. So I hope everyone got out there and used their special glasses and were able to check it out. As we are recording, it's currently in process. It was a little hazy this morning, hazy as I walked in here. Usually I'm here in the mornings, I feel like. So Alex said he went out and checked it out.
Yep, there's a little bite taken out, but that's about it. That's about it so far.
You have your little glasses?
I do have my glasses.
Let's see them. They remind me of the 3D.
They are kind of like the 3D glasses. Yeah.
So hopefully everyone got a chance to check that out. And yeah, I don't know how often it happens, but I don't think it'll be for a while. So it's a cool day. But this will be aired on Thursday. So let's talk a little bit about the events that are happening this weekend. And actually, before I do that, I do want to give a shout out to KCTC and say thank you, Casey.
Thank you, Casey.
We appreciate your sponsorship. Okay, so events this weekend. Saturday, we have the Washington Writers Workshop at the Public Library, and that is from 10 to 12. And then Saturday is the big event, the St. James big event at Lebowski's Rockin' Bowl from 6 to 9:30. And that says, don't miss out on a fun adult evening and a chance to win large cash prizes. Funds raised support educational programs at St. James School. So if you have nothing going on Saturday, there's two pretty good events going on, one at the library in the late morning, and then you can head over to St. James, to Lebowski's. I keep thinking that's at St. James. You can head over to Lebowski's and check out the big event. Also, Saturday, you can check out Tim Elliott at the Evening of Improv Theater. That's at the Washington Area Performing Arts and Event Center. And that's going to be from 7 to about 9. And I got a chance to chat with Jan and Brett last week about that event. It sounds like it's going to be a ton of fun with a lot of cool people performing and a lot of talented kids as well. So lots of opportunities for things to do this weekend. So make sure you check them out. But in about 2 weeks, we are going to be having another pretty cool event happening in Washington, and that is the Farm to Film Festival here in Washington, and it's going to be on our downtown square mostly. But I am joined today with Melinda Lord. She is on the board for the Farm to Film, and we're excited to have her, so welcome.
Thank you for having me, Greta.
Yeah. Do you want to give a brief introduction about yourself, and then we're kind of dive into the film festival?
Sure. Last year was the first year for the festival, and the original treasurer left, and so I was kind of rooked into joining.
So this is your first year?
No, this is my second year.
Oh, it is your second year.
Yeah.
You're just first year as treasurer.
I was treasurer both years. I'm probably going to be it for a while. But anyway, I thought
it takes someone special to find a treasurer for groups.
Well, yeah. I thought I'd just be keeping books, and that was good. But then I got involved more with it, which is fine. But yeah, we have a really good group of people on our board of directors, and a lot of great support from the community. And yeah, I'm just really happy to be a part of it. I think it's really good for Washington.
Yeah. So who's all on the board? And then we can kind of get into a little bit of the event details.
Okay. Well, Lyle Moen is our president and Nancy Rash, the secretary. And actually those two were really instrumental in bringing a film festival to Washington. Mm-hmm. They'd been going to them all over the state for years and kind of like, why doesn't Washington do this? So they got the rest of us involved. They have Isabella Santoro, Lorraine Williams, Ed Chabel, Rick Lula, Millie Youngquist, and then we also have, in addition to our board members, Samantha Meyer, who's our media specialist that takes care of our Facebook and web page. Mm-hmm. We have Lynn Lula, that is our media coordinator. Mm-hmm. And Julie Messer has been working with us on getting more young people, students involved in the film. We have one young student film this year.
Oh, cool.
And then Mike Zaws is an advisor to our board, which, he's all things Britain Film Fest.
He's an advisor of all things, I think.
Yeah. It's great having Mike. He's a good guy. He's a good guy. So that's pretty much our gang.
Awesome. Well, that's a great group of people, and you're planning a pretty great event. So this is year 2 of the Farm to Film Festival. Do you know why it's called Farm to Film?
I wasn't involved in that.
Okay.
But
I just randomly was like, I wonder why it's called that.
The original board kicked it around and thought,
Yeah.
they wanted to pay homage to our community as a farm community.
Yeah.
But
That's what I figured, but
yeah, but we also are very much in some ways the birthplace of film, theater and such in the Midwest here. When you hear Mike Zaw's talk, he talks about that, how Washington and even just Iowa in general was way ahead of a lot of the other communities and areas for showing films and, the entertainment.
Yeah. Well, that's super cool.
Yes,
Yeah.
it is. It is.
So it makes sense. Farm to film definitely makes sense. All right. So this is on April 20th and 21st, about 2 weeks from now. And it's mostly downtown square. So how does the event work?
Okay, well, Saturday morning we are having an opening event at the State Theater.
Okay.
We have 2 different films that we'll be showing, and their filmmakers will be there as well. So one of them is Shift, which is about RAGBRAI. It's a documentary, and it's received a lot of praise from a lot of different, places that review documentaries. And then we have a second film that we'll be showing that's about an honor flight director. A guy talks about his dad and did a film about that.
Oh, very cool.
And so we ask people to come to the theater and register, which there's no cost involved, none whatsoever.
So this is a free event.
It's absolutely free to
Very
everyone.
cool. Okay.
And all we ask is that if they would give us their email address, and that's just so we can let them know when our next festival is. We also want to solicit their comments about how we can make the festival better. And so we ask for that, and then we give them a name badge, and that way we know that they've registered and that they're here for the film festival. And it also shows our advertisers and sponsors how many people are involved, and they see these little name tags all over town
Yeah.
when the attendees come in. So that's Saturday morning, and then in the afternoon, we have a variety of films being shown in 5 locations.
Okay.
One is the City Hall. Another is at the YMCA on the 2nd floor, the old YMCA downtown here. At the Public Library on the 2nd floor and in the lower level, the new maker space.
Oh, okay, cool.
And then Art Domestique. So we have 5 venues. We're showing 38 films this year. You will not be able to see them all. You'll have to pick and choose.
That was my next question. I'm like, can someone watch them all?
Right.
No.
Some of our films will only be shown once. Some are being shown twice, and the really short ones maybe 3 times. But the program guide, which we have for everybody that they can get, it's a beautiful color book.
Yeah, it's very nice.
And it has a description of the different films, a little bit about them, so you can look at that and say, okay, I want to see that one, I want to see that one. And then we also have the schedule showing what time and where it will be shown.
Oh.
So that's Saturday. That part ends at 5. And then we take a break for everyone to be able to get something to eat. And that evening, we will have a reception in the library, 2nd floor, again, free and open to anyone. We will have some of the filmmakers there that they'll be on a panel and talk a little bit about their process of making film, or maybe why they chose their subject, whatever. Answer questions from the audience, and just in general allow people a chance to meet the people behind these creative films. And we'll have some refreshments from Dodici. So
yum.
Be sure and come.
Yeah.
And like I say, even if you don't make all the films or you can't come until Sunday, we will be having films again on Sunday and Sunday morning. Once again, we'll start at the State Theater with the film Saving Brinton. And Mike Zaws will be there. He'll also have some of his old-time Britain films that he will show and talk about. And then Sunday afternoon, once again, we'll have the different films being shown at all 5 locations. And then that will wrap up our event.
Very cool.
Yes.
That sounds like a busy weekend, but lots of fun.
Yes.
So how many films, you have 5 locations showing films. How many films are there total? Do you know?
There's 38 films
38
that we
films.
selected. We had over 71 submitted, and our board viewed all those films, and then we had criteria that we graded them on, and we combined those scores and picked the best of them to show at the festival.
Okay.
And we had more submitted this year than last year, and we hope to keep growing
growing.
that so we
Yeah.
have a better selection of films and more variety. But we have filmmakers from all over the world, actually, that submitted. It's not just
Wow.
Iowa or the U.S. even. One of them, The River's Seven Names, I know off the top of my head. I believe that fellow's from Spain or something. And
Wow.
so it's really quite interesting to see the different films that people submit.
That's very cool. And they do this just to get their films out there and people
Right.
be
They're,
seen.
they're small independent filmmakers. And, some of them are doing this, trying to do this full time, and they go to a lot of festivals. And
Okay.
others are maybe doing a one-of film. It's just something that they were very interested in, and they, figured out how to do it and submitted it. So it's just a wide variety. But these are films you're not going to typically see in a theater.
In a movie theater. Or
Right.
maybe
right.
on Netflix in the future, but probably
Possibly,
not.
I don't know.
Maybe.
Possibly YouTube.
Yeah.
There's a lot of different ways to see it out there, but I think this is
Yeah.
really nice. There's small seating areas where you're at. It's not a great big theater, and
Yeah.
like I say, some of those filmmakers will be here, so it'll be interesting to talk with them.
Yeah, very cool. So I'm sure it says in this, I think it does. What are the ranges of times of movies? Or length.
as short as 5 minutes and as long as almost 2 hours.
Oh,
And
wow.
everything in between.
Okay,
Right,
so
right.
5 to 2 hours.
Right.
Very cool.
And you can pick and choose what you want to watch. If you want to stay for that entire time block, it's usually about a 2-hour time block at each of the venues in the afternoon. You can watch that entire time block, or you can watch what you want, get up and leave and go to another one. There's no door police here. So
Gotcha. Okay. You just have to have your name badge lanyard on, and then you can
Right.
come and go as you want. And they're all within walking distance.
Yes,
So City
very
Hall,
much.
Old YMCA, the library, Art Domestique, and the State Theater. Right?
Correct.
So you can kind of just bounce around if you want to.
Park once and and walk. And everything is handicap accessible, which is nice too. So there's elevators in the library, elevator at the Y. So even people have handicaps, difficulty getting around, are
Yeah.
able to do so. Some of the films have closed captioning. If they
Oh,
have
okay.
trouble hearing.
Sure.
We have some pretty good speaker systems that we've set up too. So, yeah.
So are these more adult films, or do they kind of range from, is there any kids, or would you say this is more an adult-oriented event?
This year we have, it's more, adult films, I guess you would say. I mean, we're not talking R rated or anything.
No.
But last year we had a few little animated cartoons that little kids probably enjoyed. This year I'm not sure that we have
Gotcha.
any. We had much submitted that would appeal to the really young children. But
Okay.
probably junior high and older would definitely find something that they would enjoy watching.
Okay. Were you here last year? Did you
I
go to
was
this
not.
one? No?
No, I wasn't here last year.
Because you're like a cinema major, aren't you?
Yep.
Yeah, so I feel like this is an event Alex could get out on the town and check out. You might like. We're always trying to get Alex out and about. This
Yeah,
sounds right up your alley.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. Cool. Well, this sounds like a ton of fun, and a chance to check out some different films. Do you have a favorite one? Or do you have one you highly would recommend to people?
Several that I think are really good. Of course, Ragbri documentary.
That one sounds cool.
It's not just about bike riding. It's about going across Iowa and the different people you meet and the communities and stuff. So it really is very interesting.
Is that a longer one or a?
No, that's about an hour, I believe.
Okay.
Yes. And then another one that I thought was just plain funny was everything possibly that you could do in Aledo, Illinois. And it's kind of two ladies that had a bucket list when they were in high school. They parted and they come back together later and they decide to go through the list.
That's
and
funny.
It's sweet and it's funny. It's a good one. And then I think one that a lot of people around here probably can relate to is something called The Long Goodbye. It's not really entertaining, but it's, makes, I hope people that have never had to deal with taking care of a loved one who is dying will watch and appreciate what people have to go through.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that sounds sweet.
So, yeah.
So the wide variety of things,
Yes.
a wide variety of lengths, so 5 to 2 hours, and a wide variety of genres, I would say. So
Yes, absolutely.
funny, sad, heartwarming.
Thought-provoking.
Yeah.
A little bit of everything there.
Yeah,
The
and-
whole gamut.
Yeah, and you can read the descriptions in this book. So can you get this book before the event, or do you get it when you go?
Well, you will get it when you register.
When you register
but
that day.
There's also some that will be at the library, and some of the downtown businesses will have them. I know Dodici Coffee Shop has a few of them out there. So grab you a cup of coffee and
Check it out.
flip through the
flip
book.
It through. Yeah.
Yes.
Awesome. Very cool. And I know Sam has probably done a wonderful job on social media, and you guys have a Facebook page, so you can probably stay up to date on that as well.
And on the website and the Facebook page, you can also find the program guide as well as highlights about the different films that are being shown.
Awesome. So you can check those out. You can kind of see what maybe you'd want to check out and look at, and kind of go from there. Well, let's take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll kind of finalize the details and give a few more updates about this fun event, and we'll head out for the rest of the day.
In the heart of rural Iowa, where community matters most, the connections we make are made to last. Meet KCTC, your hometown internet, phone, and TV provider. At KCTC, we're not just about technology, we're about people. Our dedicated team are your neighbors, committed to bringing you top-tier services right where you live. We believe in giving back to the community that raised us. Experience the power of a real connection with KCTC. Join us in building a stronger, more connected Southeast Iowa.
Attention Hy-Vee shoppers, introducing Hy-Vee Perks, your ticket to exclusive savings and rewards. Access exclusive perks, prices, earn gas discounts, and unlock special deals. All this for free. Join Hy-Vee Perks today and start saving.
At Seafirst Credit Union, we're all about making connections, like how we connect you to that dream vacation with a savings account designed to help get you on the flight there. Connect with Seafirst today and see why together is better.
And welcome back to Washington Live. If you've missed the first half, I have been chatting with Melinda, and she is with Farm to Film Festival, which is happening in about 2 weeks on April 20th and 21st in downtown Washington. And we have been chatting all things film, basically. So we've kind of went over the locations that are involved in the event and how it works. So just a really quick recap of that. So it kicks off on Saturday, April 20th at the State Theater. So you can go there, register, get your lanyard. And I believe there's a showing there. Is there during that time?
There's 2 films that will be showing that morning at the theater on the big screen.
On the big one.
On the big screen, yes.
And will they have popcorn and...
Yes, they're opening
that would
the
entice
concession
me too.
stand for us, yes.
Oh, very cool. So you'll get some movie theater popcorn, and then the filmmakers will be there.
Yes, the filmmakers of these first 2 films will be there as well.
Very cool. And then you can head out throughout the day on Saturday, and you can hit up City Hall, the old YMCA, the library, Art Domestique, or you can stay at the State Theater, and they will be showing films all day. In those locations, they take a break for lunch.
Right. We take a break for lunch, and then there's a short break between the time blocks. There's about 2 hours worth of films starting at 12:45, and then a short break, and then start again at 3 o'clock until 5.
Until 5. So you can check movies out. We were talking, they have this lovely book that you can check out in some of the locations like Cafe Dodici, as well as on their website and Facebook page. We will link those below so you can access those just by clicking the link in the description. This event is free to the public, so no tickets necessary. You can just show up, sign up, get your lanyard, and then make your way around downtown and watch all these awesome films. How are you guys able to make this a free event?
Well, we are very fortunate this year in that we received a grant from the National Endowment for the Humanities, so that was great. And then also the local Hotel Motel Tax Committee provided funds for this. We have other businesses that were sponsors, and they're in the front part of our book. And we have individuals that have donated money as well. And in addition to that, there's advertisers that we hope you'll pop in and say hi, let them see your lanyard that you're there because of the film festival, so they know it's worthwhile advertising. Yeah. But we decided at the very start, we did not want to charge people for coming and watching these films. Mm-hmm. We wanted to be able to provide it free to anybody. So even if, you can't afford to go to the movies normally, you can come here and you can see a lot of movies in a very short period of time.
Yeah. That's very nice. So they are run by lots of sponsors and advertisers. So huge thank you and shout out to all of them. You can check them out in the book as well. So this wouldn't be possible without them. And I know how important that is. So
Yes,
and
it
it's
is.
extremely nice that you're able to do this event and people can come watch for free because movies can definitely be expensive. So
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely. But
Yeah.
yeah, these are films you're not going to see in the theaters. And so they're just very interesting to see.
yeah, it'll be a unique experience. That's for sure. So
Yes, it will.
awesome. Well, again, you can check out their Facebook page or their website with more information. Again, this is happening on April 20th and 21st in downtown Washington. There's 5 venues, State Theater, Art Domestique, Library, the old YMCA, so the YMCA on the square, and then in City Hall. So you can check out those all the films there. There is a wide variety of films. I was just kind of looking through it here on the break, and she had mentioned some, the Ragbri film. I feel like I'm a softball player, so where did that one go? That one looked interesting.
Gunslinger.
The
yes.
Gunslinger, that one
Yes,
looks like
yes.
it's really good. There's a holiday movie. But you can find all these descriptions in the book so you can check out what you want to see. Because like she said earlier, you're definitely not going to be able to see them all. But there are some that are 5 minutes and then there's some that are 2 hours. So, and everything in between. So awesome. Is there anything we've missed?
Well, I should also say thank you to all the volunteers that help out with
Oh,
this
sure.
because we have volunteers at the door to make sure you get your badge and your program guide. We have volunteers that are showing the films, actually running the technical equipment and making introductions
wow.
about what the films are showing and so on. So we also have volunteers setting up and taking down the equipment afterwards. So it takes a lot of people to make it
does.
happen, but everyone's just real excited to be a part of it.
Yeah. In the future, I'm sure you guys are pretty set for this event, but maybe in the future, in the upcoming years, if someone is interested in helping you guys, how can they go about doing that?
Well, just contact us at our email address, which is farmtofilmfest@gmail.com.
Okay.
And we would love to have any extra support we can. And we probably will also be sending out a survey again this year. We did that last year, asking participants to give us ideas on things that we might do to make it
Yeah.
a better experience for them. And we had some great feedback and incorporated some of that this year. So, you know, we want to be open to what the public wants and what they would
Yeah.
like to see and how they would like to see it.
Yeah. Have you made any big changes from last year for those who attended last year?
No, not really.
Yeah.
Not really. Not
It's hard,
any really
only
big-
2 years, but
Right.
yeah.
So, I mean, when we have had people asking, well, you're going to put it on Zoom or you're going to stream it or this and that, it's like, not yet.
That'd be hard. Yeah, that's a lot
Not
to think
yet.
about. Yeah, yeah. So yeah, definitely get out your calendars, mark it down. April 20th and 21st. It's a free event. Grab your friends and head to the square and check out the awesome Farm to Film Fest. Their second year of doing this, and then get and provide feedback. It's definitely helpful in the years. So
Yes.
awesome. Well, awesome. It was so nice to have you on the show.
Thanks for having me, Greta.
Yeah. It was fun. It was fun to talk about movies. I'm not a super movie buff, but I do like
Oh.
some films.
Yeah. Well, and some of these are short enough. It's like you're not
Exactly,
committing a huge
yeah.
amount of your life to sitting and watching them.
Exactly. That's nice to know. I can go watch a couple 5 minutes or an hour is fine. But the ones I get up to like 4 hours, it's a little bit much. So I don't think you have any of those. So
No, we don't. We don't.
Have you got a chance to look at the book?
I haven't gotten.
No, I
a chance to
said I
look
didn't know
at it yet.
with your movie. What's your movie style? What kind of movies are you into?
Comedy right now.
Yeah.
I feel like TikTok and stuff have really ruined my brain. So I gotta be in the right mood to watch a really long movie.
I do too. Yeah, that's a good point. I've never been a movie person, but yeah, the short ones
yeah.
tease me. I'm more of a TV show. So if you're into TV shows like Alex and I, or you like a TikTok, 5 minutes. I think there's 5-minute TikToks now, so you can come check those out. But yeah, wide variety of genres, wide variety of lengths of movies. So come down April 20th and 21st to downtown Washington and check out Farm to Film Festival. We'll see you guys next week.